Okay, welcome to week 3 of your English 1010 course. Right now, as I'm recording this, we are still in week 1, and so we're still worried about getting registered for the class. Hopefully by now in week 3 you're all set up in your class. If not, actually September 12th is the absolute deadline for being registered in the class. So if you have not gotten successfully registered and a confirmation that you're on the Weber State roll, time to talk to me ASAP, and we need to make sure we get that taken care of. But let's hope that's a thing of the past by this week. Okay, so this week in week 3, right now you're watching the introduction. You just have a few things to do, and it's actually, for this quarter, it's kind of a big week. We're going to watch this review of MLA formatting and writing help. This is kind of a long presentation, but I just want you to watch it, take notes, and remember that you can come back to this resource anytime to review this material because we'll be using it all year long. So that's just a good review and a good resource to come back to later. I put this small video here about how to insert a header into your Google Doc that will give you your page number. You need to have your last name and page number in the top right corner of every page of your Google Docs assignment. So just get in the habit of doing that starting now. So watch that. And then this resource, the Purdue OWL, the OWL stands for Online Writing Lab. This is a great resource for you to just know about that will give you information about formatting and grammar, usage, lots of different English topics there. So that's a great resource to just look through and know that it's there, come back to it when you need it. So the assignments for this week, assignment number 4, is brainstorming for the self-reflection. We're writing a self-reflection paper. This doesn't require any research on your part. It just requires you to think about your own experience with writing and literacy and talk about how that has evolved over the years and where you are now. So you're going to be brainstorming for ideas, and then assignment 5 is to actually write a formal paper on this topic. So remember, it needs to have the correct formatting in MLA format, and it needs to have including the header with your last name and page number, and also the correct header giving your name, my name, the class that you're in, the date in the top left corner. So watch for how your paper should be set up. That's all in this information here, and make sure you have that correct, and then follow the directions that are in assignment 5 for what's to be included in your writing. Just to look at that really quickly because it might be a little bit confusing, the grading on it. If you scroll down to the bottom, this shows how I will be grading. So these are the questions to ask yourself, and if you want, as you're writing it, to go through and ask these questions and make sure you've dealt with all this. So this rubric has a 75 points on it, but the overall score for this paper, the total number of points possible is 30. So it will convert it. I will just use this 75 point grading rubric, and then Moodle will automatically convert that to your score out of 30 points. So I hope that makes sense. 75 points is way skewed too heavily for this assignment. We don't want it to make it worth everything this quarter, so that would put too much pressure on you. So I changed that a little bit from how Weber State had it. So hope that makes sense. Let's go back to our week and look at the last thing here, which is the extra credit Twitter project. I'm just introducing that here because you have the opportunity to tweet each week starting in week 3. If you tweet out your observations, what you've learned, an interesting quote, some interesting insight that you've learned, if you can tweet that out to the school, it will be included in our class Twitter feed and also in the school Twitter feed. You can earn 1 point of extra credit each week, and also just be a leader in our school and be a good example to younger students and other students, because as English 1010 students, you should be the top leaders of our school. So read this and start tweeting for extra credit if you need any help getting signed up for Twitter. You don't have to have a smartphone to do it. You can do it right from your computer. So if you have any questions, let me know. The hashtags are hashtag Eng1010, hashtag MHACAD, and that information's in here. So just start that this week, and you'll get, there's a tracking form. You track your tweets, and you get the extra credit for them at the end of the quarter in week 9. You can get credit for that. So that is week 3. Let me know if you have any questions.